My name is Mac. Welcome everybody to the Radventurers channel. Today I got to talk about something that's kind of, well, important, I would say, because it's pointing to a lot of changes and just a lot of things that people aren't aware of regarding e-bikes. In fact, a lot of these comments that I see in my TikTok are evidence of what people just don't know, right? For example, I posted a video about how fast my e-bikes go. Right. And I said, well, the faster ones, because I only have class 2 e-bikes. My class 2 e-bikes only go up to 20 miles per hour. I said there are faster ones that go up to 28 miles per hour. OK. And people were like, oh, man, that 28, that's so cute. That's adorable. Mine goes 120, whatever. Right. And, I think it's just a culture that people haven't recognized and needs to be, I guess, shared so that the rest of us aren't so silly with how we think about e-bikes. For example, let's see, some of these are just like, hey, 30 and some can go up to 120. Mine goes 70. Mine goes 35. Mine goes 60. Are these really e-bikes, though, is the question, man. That's what the question we should be asking. And why did this come up? Because there's some new Why did this come up? Because there's new laws changing. I found this video as of October 1st. That's just yesterday, right? As of October 1st, some more of these comments. I saved up for a year, got Terraria. Well, I don't even know what that is. A Ridstar. See, 30 to 120. Funny, mine goes around 80. These are all people that are just jumping in because they're excited to share how fast their e-bikes go, right? This one's like 500 miles per hour. And I was like, dude, you can't take those bikes on a trail. And they're like, yeah, I don't do trails. When I tried the sand, made my tire turn and I crashed. Oh, yeah. That's going to happen if you're going too fast on gravel or sand, bro. But it's too slow to go on the road and too fast to be on the sidewalk. Well, and that's why there's bike lanes, right? Or if, you just get the legal ones and ride on trails with them, right? If they're not legal, they're not let you on trails. Like, here's what I'm talking about, though, okay? Let's see what these guys are talking about.
In less than 24 hours, anyone riding an e-bike in Connecticut will need to follow some new laws.
And this is really going to impact a lot of people because bikes are gaining in popularity and the market is growing.
That's right.
Dylan Farron breaks down the new requirements, which focus on licenses and helmets.
See, I just made a video.
Matt Shell is working hard inside Spark Cycle Works.
I just made a video talking about how you don't need a license to ride an e-bike, okay? But to clarify further, the e-bikes that I'm referring to are the class 2 and under, right? That's what I know so far. But here's some laws that are changing.
7 years in, he's thrilled to hear about new laws regulating the growing market.
I think it's really proven itself that no, there's a place for e-bikes, and especially with the new laws in place.
Yeah, there is a place for e-bikes.
People are more confident than ever.
Matt and his team make 4 bikes a week. For years, there's been this gray area with e-bikes. They're faster than bicycles, not at the level of motorcycles. The new laws separate different types of e-bikes based on speed and power.
We've needed something for a really, really long time.
Dude, those guys don't even have pedals, man. There's no pedal assist.
If the bike's max speed is 28 miles per hour or slower and has pedal assistance, it's considered an e-bike.
There you go.
Helmets will be required for all ages, but no license or age requirement. When the law goes into effect tomorrow, e-bikes like this.
So 28 and under, a class 3 e-bike can go up to 28 miles per hour. And I think anything over that isn't even going to be, I don't know, they haven't said it, but I'm thinking it's not going to be an e-bike if it's over 28 miles per hour, because that's almost like a car, Let's see what these guys say. Oops.
Pedals and with batteries with more than 750 watts will now be considered motor-driven cycles.
Oh, there you go.
You need a driver's license, and if you're under 21, you need a helmet.
Wow, so anything over 28 miles per hour is a motor-driven cycle. Motor-driven cycle, motorcycle, motor-driven. Okay, well, I guess they can't just go out and say it's a motorcycle, but it's not a motorcycle. They got to put that in there. So you got to have a license. If it goes over 28 miles per hour, Right now it's in Connecticut. Okay. So we're lucky here in Colorado. All you people with them e-bikes, man, you're going to need a license if it goes over 28 miles per hour. I like that. I do like that because the people that ride that should be, well, licensed, smart, educated on the road, keeping themselves safe and the rest of us safe. I mean, people could get crazy, man.
State Senator Christine Cohen is the co-chair of the Transportation Committee.
There was real concern over road safety. We want to make sure that those out on
if
the
they do this
roads
in
know
Connecticut,
the rules of the road.
It
and
could
so if you're
spread out
going
to Colorado,
above
too,
28
is all I'm
miles
saying.
per hour, you really need a license.
E-bikes' popularity continues to soar among teens, but also seniors who find it much easier to ride than a bicycle. 90% of Matt's customers are at least 60 years old.
There you go.
People coming by with hip issues or knee issues.
That's
or,
me.
Even issues with their hands.
I mean, I'm trying to heal it up
for riding a bike.
I'm going to heal it up.
Folks really enjoy being able to get out there. Maybe you weren't able to ride a bike maybe as vigorously or get out because of maybe physical restrictions. And pedal assist allows all people to sort of get out there and ride.
Seems great for seniors. Not everyone's sold on teens going electric, though.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. You know, these young whippersnappers and their e-bikes, they go too fast. They're so dangerous. We should keep them. That's what's happening around here, dude. In fact, somebody died on one of our trails because they weren't wearing a helmet. And they're talking about requiring people to wear a helmet if it's an e-bike, which is great. They should. Absolutely, man.
Horrible. Get some extra. Go out there and pedal your bike,
Passengers under 21.
Like, you teens don't need this. Go out there and pedal a bike. Yeah, you're too fast. You're too irresponsible. No, I don't think that's true, man. I think teenagers can be educated. They just need to know. I mean, a lot of them just don't know how dangerous an e-bike could be. A lot of them got an e-bike from their parents or a friend or whatever, and they just started ripping around. You know how teens are, young kids, man, they're good. They're good at stuff. They could get good and they get really comfortable. If you're just ripping around on a road though, right? And you try to take like a hairpin turn on a dirt trail, you're going to eat it. You're going to eat some shit. And you don't want to be like that, dude. Yeah. So, it does take experience. It does take learning, and going fast is very, very dangerous. That's all I'm saying, and these old I gotta be a little more sensitive because I'm one of them too. But elderly folks, they're great candidates for e-bikes for sure. But I think e-bikes are for everybody.
One will also need to wear helmets on e-bikes and motor-driven cycles. If you're caught without one, you could face a minimum $90 fine.
Boom.
I'm your reporter in North Branford, Dylan Fear, in Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
$90 fine, man. That's wild. So there you have it. E-bike laws are changing. You got to be ready. All right. Be aware. Know where to ride. If you've got something that goes over 28 miles per hour, street bike, man. Don't be riding those on trails. Don't be riding those on sidewalks. You can't really ride those in a lot of places. That's the problem with those. There are some closed tracks, probably where like motorcycles go, and that's probably where you belong. I would check out those things and start getting good. Get a helmet. Always wear a helmet. I don't care how far you're going. Wear a helmet. My name is Mac. Thank you for watching, everybody. Stay rad. Cheers.